Hello there, you're in the Beat Sessions. I'm your host, Mitchell Weary, and Weezer just can't stop, won't stop. They are back with a new project. This one, a collection of 4 EPs entitled Seasons. The first one, called Spring, was released on March 20th to correspond with the spring equinox. And the remaining 3 EPs, as you've probably guessed, will be released over the course of the year on their appropriate seasonal date. But this first EP, it comes just 10 months after the release of Van Weezer, and 2021 was a year that saw the release of OK Human as well. These guys are absolutely killing it. I really dig how ambitious they are, and I like how much fun they're having exploring their sound within different genres. This new project especially, very high on concept, and I'd argue that the last 2 records weren't really concept albums, but obviously just dig the way they committed to a sound and made a record inspired by that. Van Halen and 80s hair metal inspiring Van Weezer. And then OK Human, I thought, was one of the best records of the year. And I really dug the way that Rivers and Co. were inspired by the latter part of the Beatles' career. I think it made for a really unique, exceptional record from them and really showed off the capabilities and the stretch of their songwriting. And they're doing that again here. There's a lot of stuff that is very familiar, sounds exactly like Weezer. And there's some very uncharted territory on this thing as far as Weezer's concerned. So it makes for a fun listening experience. I like the folk element on this record. There's a lot of acoustic instrumentation, very light, bit of a chamber pop influence on some songs as well. And there's some other fun influences here as well. There's a lot of people talking about how Island in the Sun is is a major influence on this thing. To a certain degree, I can kind of feel that. I think the overall idea is that this is capturing just a very mellow vibe. And the inspiration for these 4 projects, obviously coming from the Seasons, that's very subjective, but Rivers and Co. thinking that Spring anyway is going to have a very folk and lighthearted sound to it. But I'm loving this project overall. I like the balance as far as the verses are very light and the instrumentation, and then the choruses kick in and you get a lot of riff heavy rock and Weezer sound. So the intros on this record are very interesting as well. The first song especially, Opening Night, it's got this just unique folk intro to it, and then when the chorus kicks in and the rest of the song kicks in, you just get this old school Weezer flavor. And I really like the way this song opens up. It's got this operatic solo as well. It's pretty interesting. Angels on Vacation is your second track. It's got a choir intro of hallelujahs. The guitars kick in and they go to work. And this is really just got great garage rock flavor. The Kinks were the first band that I thought of when I was listening to this song. I really dig the fuzzy hook on this song. And it's got this great mellow breakdown as well. A Little Bit of Love is your third song. It's got a breezy acoustic intro, a little bit of mandolin as well, and this galloping minimal percussion. Chorus cooks in, and it's big, and I love the hook in the chorus. But this song is a really good example of some of that new territory that Weezer's navigating in and out of a bit, and probably one of my favorite songs on the record. The Garden of Eden is your 4th song. It's got another interesting intro, but keeping it mellow towards the back end of this thing especially, but very breezy island vibe going on this thing, but with a big rocking chorus. The Sound of Drums, your 5th song. I like the curious percussion on this thing, and this is where I really was starting to get that chamber pop feel. But again, very I would say for this project, it's pretty experimental overall for Weezer and a fun addition to this EP. All This Love is your penultimate track. It's got this fun mariachi element to it, breezy acoustic alternative rock track. This song was a lot of fun. I think that this one and A Little Bit of Love are definitely my 2 favorites. And it leads into your last track, Wild at Heart. This song's interesting. It's got a little bit of punk flair in the intro to it. It's definitely got some old school Weezer stuff to it as well, but an interesting way to cap this thing off. It'll be curious to see the way that particular song, I guess, transitions into the next project if we want to listen to them back to back to back. I will say that as much as I like this, I've been doing a little research, and I saw that you can go ahead and put your pre-order in for this EP. It will not come out until February of next year, which totally sucks. I really do not like the way they're releasing this project. It's going to be 4 separate EPs. This one is 7 songs, 21 minutes. It's fairly generous. But you talk about sinking, God knows what price tag into 4 records to have this thing. And, to have it on wax, if you're a big fan and you want to commit to it, great. But I don't like the way that they're laying this project out. I don't like the financial commitment, and I don't see any value in it. So I'm going to have to vinyl pass on this thing, and it bums me out. A big part of it too is, I'm not sure what the other three EPs sound like yet. So I don't want to commit to buying these records. If they put this together in maybe a big double package to take advantage of all the space on a record, I could probably get into that. But for now, these EPs, the way they're coming I just can't get behind it. But I would encourage you to listen to this project. I think it is fun. I think it's just something unique and different from Weezer again, and I like this trend that they're on. I think this is the best thing that they can do for their career right now, is this exploration of their sound within different genres. I hope you find this review helpful. I hope you enjoy listening to this record as well. Please like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel, do all the things to help me blow this project up in 2022, and stay tuned throughout the week for more album reviews. We'll see you next time on the Beat Sessions.